The thoughts, views, and opinions are that of my own. I'm not a salesman. I cannot be bought. This is all entertainment. Let's go.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Peace, 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 peace. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome to
The cipher.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? We on time. Let me get my TV up so we can get to it. We can get to it. Let me get it. I don't know why that won't show up, but let me get that on my screen real quick.
The cipher.
Yeah, we at it. All right. Seems like I got it up, so we good.
The cipher.
Y'all already know. Hot great. Got my lotion. I should be sponsored on this joint.
The cipher.
Peace, and more peace. It is a vibe. Let me make sure. Oh, had TV in the background. So peace. It is a vibe. It is a vibe. What it do. How y'all feeling today? Well, let's see. My drink of choice tonight. I'll do Steel Austin Cash Strength Bourbon Whiskey 116 proof in my artisan oak tumbler. Oak tumbler. Real wood, really charred. And Steel Austin is bourbon from Texas. And listen, bourbon don't always from Texas. You think Tennessee. But Steel Austin with Nancy Fraley, like that's like the master blender. She's like Alberto Marias of like bourbons. Chef's kiss. Anywho. Today, this is the Cypher Live number 55. Today's video is going to be on fresh green scents I've been wearing for the summer this year. These are my favorite green fragrances I have been wearing this summer. That's why y'all here. We're going to get into it. I have 15. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I got 16, but it's really 15. I'm just going to quickly mention my 16th one, and then we're just going to kind of go through the list, talk about it. Let's see how long this takes. I'm going to try not to be long-winded, and we're just going to get straight into it. Ain't no need of prolonging the formalities. Let's just get straight into it. If you're here, please hit the like button. I don't expect this live to be as lit because it's fresh green scents, but, you know, this is some fire stuff. So for me, I have been enjoying this over this summer. I want to get some of these fragrances out that I've been enjoying, and then we start talking about autumn. And some of these will be good transitional fragrances, and I will tell you which ones those are. Because to be honest, in the wintertime, fresh scents work to perfection in the winter. People think winter, I need tobaccos, I need ouds. And yes, I like those oud, leathery fragrances. But in the summer, the fresh scents with the cooling air makes for an enjoyable experience. And there's never, ever a good day or a bad day to smell fresh, clean citruses with a little depth. So anyway, number 16. These are in no particular order. I'll try to remember the number. Well, you know, I'm just not going to call out numbers. It's going to be 16, but I'm just going to kind of talk about the fragrances, no numbers. My guy who normally does numbers and timestamps, I will be doing an editor's video for people who don't want to watch. This might be like an hour and a half. For people don't want to watch an hour and a half, maybe I'll condense it to 30-something minutes, give or take. We'll see. We'll see what the edit looks like. But let's just go ahead and get straight into it. The first fragrance I'm going to be talking about is affordable fragrance. You can get this at, if you're in the United States at least, you can go to most outlets and they have this department store in the outlets, and that's from Banana Republic, and that's 78 Vintage Green. Now, this is one I like to wear to the gym. This doesn't have great performance or longevity, but this is basically fresh citruses in tea. It's green. It's a lot of musk in here. So you have clean tea citrus. It almost comes off like a better version of Elizabeth Arden's green tea, but there's also another fragrance on this list that I would compare it to more. Great. I mean, you can get this for like $20. This is the 100 ml. Some people may have seen it in the outlets. I know at least in the Washington, D.C. area, when I got this years ago, it came in 100 ml, but normally I think they're in 50s or 60s. The smaller bottle with like the black cap. 78 Vintage Green. Again, great gym scent, clean, fresh, green. Performance is low on this. Low. I'm normally getting about 4 to 5 hours, but for the gym where I'm kind of in and out, it goes great for that. As far as sprays, I go heavy on this. I go heavy on the sprays. This is not, you can't really be inoffensive with this fragrance DNA or this fragrance. I mean, you can't be offensive. This is very inoffensive fragrance. You can do like 20 sprays, you'll be fine. But I normally 15 at the minimum is kind of what I'm doing for this. I don't care if I'm inside. 15 at the minimum is what I'm doing with this. If I want to go outside or I want to be around people and I want something that's going to perform, we will talk about another fragrance that you can wear where you don't have to do 15 sprays. You can only do 6 and it'll do what it's supposed to do. Anyway, the first fragrance we're talking about is Banana Republic 78 Vintage Green. Compliment rating, compliment factor, it's high if they can smell it. But I think that makes it great for the gym. It's like people smell you, they aren't really going to stop and talk, but you smell good. I haven't gotten any compliments from this in the gym, but I have been places in close proximity where somebody told me this smells good. But I also know there's another fragrance that performs better that I prefer to wear. Great scent, especially if you kind of low in the pockets. You got a son who wants something fresh, something like going back to school fragrance, or even a daughter for that case, you can give them this. Affordable, ain't gonna last all day, ain't gonna choke the classroom out. 78 Vintage Green from Banana Republic. Moving on. I will try to, I don't really have no order, especially when I get into the 10. It's kind of like no order, but I'm just gonna go just get into it. The next fragrance we're going to discuss is going to be a fragrance where I enjoy wearing. Now, when I first got this, I was kind of semi-disappointed a little bit. It just kind of didn't do what I wanted it to do. Just didn't do what I like the other two flankers a little bit more than I like this flanker. The opening is absolutely amazing. It almost smells like apple. And what else am I getting on this? I'll smell it and I'll tell you. It's almost like apple and pear kind of smoothie with some greens, like very fresh, but then it kind of goes into a dry, almost like patchouli-esque kind of accord. And that's from Hermes, and that's H24, and that's Herb Vibes or Vibes. And that's H24. Now, with this one, I don't want to spray too many fragrances, but I just want to be reminded of how I felt about this. Yeah, man, the opening, if you ever juiced pear, you will understand that what that sweetness smells like in maybe like a Granny Smith green apple. When you juice those together and then maybe a little bit of kale, spinach, like some fresh greens. That's kind of what I get with this. Sweetness, fresh. I absolutely love the opening. Now, at about the 30 minute, 25 to 30 minute mark, it goes into this woody, almost patchouli-esque kind of fragrance, which is fine if that's what you're going for. But the opening was so good that the final product was less, it's less exciting, if that makes any sense to anybody. Less exciting. Other than that, I like the fragrance. I'm glad I have it. I have all three from the line, and this is another green scent I kind of wear. I don't wear it as much often, but I have enjoyed wearing this on days that I don't really care about compliments. So the compliment rating on this is very low for me. If you get a lot of compliments on that, yeah, surprising. I didn't say everything's high. No, the compliment rating on this is extremely low for me. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it like a 2 on the compliment rating factor. On the wearability factor, I give it about a 5 because I enjoy the opening, but then the dry down isn't my favorite dry down that I've had in the fragrance. It's a letdown a little bit. Just because I like the opening that much more, and I just wish it lasted longer. Overall rating for it, I give this like a 6.5, a 6.5 release overall. I don't think it didn't blow my socks off, but I didn't hate it either, if that makes sense. Again, I have some of these tagged in the video, in the comments. You can get these. I've tried to find the best prices. You can click on them, and yes, that's commission based. But anyway, that's H24, and that's Herb Vives. Moving on. The next fragrance is a fragrance. I haven't surfed the internet, but because it comes from this house, I can assume it's going to get some hate or mixed reviews. I can assume. I haven't watched any content on it, but I just know it is. But honestly, I kind of like the fragrance. It's a good fragrance to me. I got this fragrance when I got RDHP 21. It was like a free 10 ml, and that's Apex O Intense. So I was able to get a free 10 ml. I don't know if it come up, but clearly I've been wearing it. I enjoy it. You get a couple of synthetics with it, but from a green, it's green, it's fresh, it's masculine. Now, for the price, I'm sure some people, yeah, man. What is this, like mint? I believe mint or something is in here. At least it's coming off like mint, a bunch of greenness, fresh. I feel like some cardamon's in here. Oh, man. I like this. It's like grown up, but playful. Great casual scent. If I'm going to a wedding and I'm a guest, I would wear something like this. It has like, let's say, unk vibes to it, right? Where you know you got gray hair. You don't want to dye your beard because you're over beard dye, right? Because they know you like in your 40s. They know you should have a couple of gray hairs so you can stop that. But yet they be like, but you the cool uncle. You the uncle who still go to the corner, listen to some rap, play some good music, laugh, joke, put you on some game to some women, like the cool uncle. He's still a little young, but he ain't 50 and 60 like your father's age, but he like the cool young uncle. Like your grandma kind of had him when she was like old. She shouldn't have really had him, but she had him because she was getting bit. Yeah, that's what this fragrance is for like the young uncle. Yeah, I like it, man. I don't know what the mixed reviews have been on this. Will I get a bottle of this? I don't know. I think we'll see how I feel about this 10 ml, but I'm going to tell you I like it. I can see this being in my collection. I'm just not in a rush to get it, if that makes sense. Again, I think I have a link for this in the product thing that's commissioned, but I can see this inevitably being in my collection or my wardrobe because I have a place for it. I just have other things I want to get before I get this, but I could have easily got this over the Chanel Les Exclusive. I could have got it over that. I tell you that much. Yeah, I would have took this over that because it just does something different. I like it. I don't know how many people are fans of this. If you're fans of this, put a little bit of fire in the chat. If you're fans of this, if you're not fans of it, put thumbs down in the chat. If you're not fans of it, I want to know how y'all feel about this fragrance. I haven't looked at reviews, but I like it, man. I like it. I think it's a great spring, summer, transitional fragrance. I think it's a good signature scent fragrance to me personally. And that's Apex O Intense. And I had a 10 ml of that. I've enjoyed my wearing experience. It's not once that I've worn this and I was disappointed in the wearing experience. It didn't blow my socks off, but it was good. Compliment rating, I haven't gotten any compliments with this. I'm be honest with you. I haven't gotten any compliments with this. So compliment rating for this is low. Performance, I was getting 8 hours plus. After 8 hours, I stopped counting because it doesn't matter to me. But so performance works on this. Occasions, again, unk vibes, dressed up, casual, wedding, kind of signature scent, great for that spring, summer, transitional fragrance that you want to wear. Expect to probably see this in another video if I do like transitional fragrances, but I like this. I like this a lot. It will inevitably be in my collection. And there's another Roja that I just put in my cart and checked out, and that's I sold a Vert. If I had it, it probably would be in this list. I found a really, really good price for that, so I had to pick that up. I'm not going to really shout out the company because they ain't really doing business together, so I don't know why I need to shout out the company. But if you're on my Facebook group, you already know what it is. You should be a subscriber and be in the group. Moving on. Let's talk about the next fragrance. If I was putting these fragrances in some kind of like numerical order from like the best to the worst or something like that, this probably would make top 5, especially if I put compliments as a high ranking, how I would rank these. And this is from the house of Mancera, and this is Pearl. Listen, this is all citrus. I was the first one to really, really talk about this fragrance, male or female, back in 2018, maybe 2019. Oh man, listen, let's just get to it. You get green, fresh citruses, tons of clean musk and woods. This is bright. Occasions, this is an amazing casual fragrance. If you're going out, this is a really good going out fragrance. If you're at a festival, this works. Anywhere where you're going to be dressed casual, Pearl is king or queen, depending on if you're a male or a woman and how you want to wear it. Pearl is one of those ones. Performance, it does not come off. This is 12 plus hours. If you overspray this, this will fill a room. People can't smell you from a distance. So be mindful when you spray. This can take over a space, like literally can take over a space. The sillage, amazing. Push out, amazing. I normally do 6 to 8 or 4 to 8. It's kind of where I'm at, depending on what I'm doing. It is a screamer. At least I have the twist top version, just in case they reformulate it. But this is absolutely stunning. Compliment rating and compliment factor. Compliments from everybody, men, women. One of my most like when you want to talk about compliments in my collection, we're talking up there with Faith. We're talking up there with Aqua Sapphire. If I step out wearing this, I just know it's going to happen. It is a nose attractor. It attracts the nostrils. Trust me, it works. So compliment rating, a 10 out of 10. Overall fragrance, I give it an 8 out of 10. Overall, it's not, like with the best ingredients, some things a little synthetic. Overall, it's 8 out of 10. I don't think just because something's a 10 out of 10 compliment rating means the overall wearing experience is a 10 out of 10 or a masterpiece. I don't think everything's a masterpiece. But when it comes to like you going out and you want attention, this is a great attention-seeking fragrance. I'm telling you, it is. Get a sample. Don't take my word for it. That works for me. Moving on. Next fragrance we're going to discuss. Ooh, that's a good one too. Let's discuss this one. This is a classy green fragrance. I believe vetiver's in here, but one of the really good notes that really tickle my nose is galbanum or galbanum. I think it's galbanum is how you pronounce it. Tomato. But this it has a casual yet classy, but I find a lot of the fragrances from this house to have this kind of like not too loud, not too soft, good, enjoyable level of class and esteem to it. Like, it's very respectful wearing experience that I find from all their fragrances. And this is coming from the house of Ex Nihilo, and this is Viper Green. Viper Green. What you get is, I believe, Mandarin Orange. This has a grassy, soapy feel to it. So listen, some people can smell this straight up on hand and be like, it's a little too green. It's almost like wet grass. But in the air, and you just let it do what it do, there's this soapy, I think jasmine might be in here. If it's not jasmine, it's hedione or one of the jasmine-esque molecules that they use, because I get this almost green floral nuance to it. The galbanum is green, it's soapy. The vetiver it's just a very clean, like this is some like outside, like, I don't know, dinner in Blanc kind of thing. If you outside dinner in Blanc in the major cities, it gives off that vibe. It gives off like outside, if you're wearing like one of those suits with colors and you're at like a horse race thing where you want to smell good, you want to be different, but you want to have this class to you. It is Viper Green. It just smells good. Compliment rating, I give it a 4 out of 10. Sometimes you'll get compliments, sometimes you don't. It'll be people who rather you kind of know. It'll be most of the compliments, people who are comfortable with you. I don't think this like draws people in who aren't comfortable with you. Like with Faith, if you're not comfortable with me, you will still ask me and tell me I smell good. That's my experience with it. With this, is more people comfortable with you, or let's say you're talking to somebody and they're in your intimate space and you are having this flirtatious conversation, then you can be told that you smell good on this. It smells good. It's good. Your lady might like it. You have to like green fragrances because it does have this grassy, soapy feel, fresh feel to it. I like it. Performance, with a lot of Ex Nihilos, it ain't the greatest performer as far as like pushing out. It leaves a better sillage than it does a room filler. With this, I spray a little bit heavy. I go at least 10 minimum is kind of where I'm at with this. 10 minimum. I don't really like want to talk about maximum because that can change, but depending on where I'm at, right? If I got a nice breeze, I play off things like that. Like it got to be what's the temperature? How much am I going to be on a breeze? Is it a rooftop, or because rooftops get more breeze because it's higher in the air? Like it's a lot of different variables, but I'll just tell you, I kind of go 10 minimum with this. And I get overall smell it for like 8-9 hours, but it's not pushing. It sets closer to skin, if that makes sense. But it's an enjoyable experience. It's classy. You go into an outside wedding, that's kind of where I would wear something like this at. I like this. I like this a lot. Nice din on it. Next up, let me see if I can look at, I see fire. Let me see what else coming up on the TV. All right. Next up is one that when I first got it, it was love at first smell. And although it has this classic cologne-esque kind of fragrance feel, out of these bergamot fragrances, this is probably one of my most complimented ones. And this is coming from the house of Killian. And this is Killian Cologne. Now, I don't know if you can see, it's like this much left, that much left. I need to get a refill. I believe bergamot, I believe some mint, eucalyptus, petitgrain. It's fresh, so it almost gives me like the freshness of like an Italian bergamot-esque feel. Like Xerjoff Neo is a amazing bergamot fragrance. Amazing. It has that cardamom. I think geranium might be in Neo. Don't quote me on some of the ingredients in Neo, some woods. But although it gives me that kind of like Neo cologne-esque Italian bergamot kind of feel, it's given me from my wearing experience, this has gotten me way more compliments than that. Although I think Neo overall is a better overall bergamot fragrance, just straight up bergamot fragrance. This is just, you talking about compliments, wearing out, going outside, turning heads, starting conversations because it's clean, it's fresh, it's green, it's soapy, has a lot of different nuances hitting the mind. This will get a conversation started going, leaves a great scent trail, not a room filler. Performance, I'm getting like 7.5 hours is kind of where I'm at with this. Great for me. Outside of work, I don't like being anywhere longer than 6 hours anyway. Personally, I don't want to be nowhere longer than 6 hours. I like to get in and get out. It's kind of where I want to be. But overall, Killian's cologne is a great green with the eucalyptus, that mint, that bergamot, that petitgrain, the woods. This was a great, in my opinion, a great release from the house of Killian. Great release. And I need a refill of that because this is just amazing. And the compliment rating on this, I give it a 9 out of 10. If they can smell it, 8 out of 10. We'll give it 8 because it's not like one of those like the majority of times you go out, you're gonna get compliments. But if somebody smells this, you will get complimented. You got to spray a little bit though. Spray a little bit. You're probably going to go 8, anywhere from 8 to 15, depending on where you are. It's kind of where I would go with this. Again, that's Killian's cologne. And yeah, amazing green fragrance. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we getting into the top 10. But again, these are in no order. Let's go this one. This is one that's a really good fragrance. I need to wear this more because the days I want it, the compliments just kept rolling in, but I don't reach for it as much as I should. But when I have worn it, good performance. It's watery, citrus, musk, woods, this almost green tea kind of feel to it. And this is coming from MFK, and this is Aqua Media Cologne Forte. Aqua Media Cologne Forte. This is, bro, compliment rating on this, I give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Occasions, casual. Great casual scent. Let me see what else. Let me see what some people are saying. Has a lot of neroli and bergamot. I guess that was the Killian cologne one. Aqua Media is just it's fresh, has that tea, that matcha kind of feel. Musk, so it's clean. Some woods. This is unisex. This just gets conversation started. It turns head. And for a cologne forte, I'm getting like 8 hours on this, 8+ hours on this. I am. Sprays on this, I'm normally going anywhere, let's say anywhere from 8 to 10. It's kind of where I'm at or how I've worn it. Now, I haven't worn it like if I'm going somewhere where I'm going to be out and I'm competing with other scents, I have other fragrances I would just wear instead of doing 20 sprays of this. I just have other fragrances I would reach for. But in the hot weather, this also has a cooling effect for me when I wear it. It's just so zen. How I would describe a lot of these fragrances, and especially this fragrance, is zen. And that's Aqua Media Cologne Forte. Great fragrance. Next up is one nobody really talks about as much. I like this fragrance. A lot of people take some issue with the house based on the price, but again, price is I ain't gonna say price is subjective because it's not. The price is what the price is, but you can find this at a pretty good price on certain discounters, and this is just a lot of people don't talk about it. And this is from Fragrance du Bois, and this is Oud Vert Intense. Oud Vert Intense. So this one, you get tons of cardamom and geranium is what I'm getting. Now, I don't know where it is on my shelf, but I have some natural oils, singular natural oils that I had a website that I would get these from just so I can train my nose to smell certain things. And cardamom and geranium were two of the oils that I smelt, and they almost have a green tinge to it. And cardamom is kind of funny anyway, depending on where the cardamom is coming from. But I find both, depending on where they're coming from, to almost come off minty to me. Anybody else get that? It's almost like mint. So you get this bergamot, but mint, but it's just a different kind of spice. It's not like peppermint or spearmint. It's like this spicy mint green kind of feel. And that's what you're getting from it. I believe there's some coriander. The oud in here is the oud that Fragrance du Bois uses in a lot of their fragrances. People will say, is it real oud or not? I don't know. It's probably farmed. If they do use oud, it's probably farmed more than oud in the wild. But it could also be like one of those Vietnamese kind of ouds that's like really clean. I don't know where they get it from. I didn't ask them. And I'm not going to get on here and say they don't use real oud because, one, I'm not getting sued. And two, I just know there's too many different species of oud, especially Japanese oud, that has zero medicinal qualities to it. But I just sprayed it. Yeah, tons of cardamom, tons of it. And it's very good, like green, very green spice with the cardamom. The geranium is almost rosy with that bergamot. Woods. The woods are dry, but yet sweet, almost pencil shaving. There's an airy quality to it. This is one that's just classy. So occasions, again, this is a fragrance, you can dress this up. If you want a professional work scent environment, you can wear this as a professional work scent fragrance. If you're going into like the workplace and you wear a suit and tie, you can wear this there. It will do wonders there. If you're going to a wedding, it's classy enough you can wear this there. But if you're going to be casual, it also has a good feel, at least at a certain age, that I think it works there as well. It's really not a place I can't see you not being able to get this off. This is a very wearable experience. You said I wear it to the office. It makes for a great wedding scent. And here's the thing, and I'm probably going to do that video next week, wedding scents, but it'll be different. It'll be more of like, are you the groom? Are you the best man? Or are you an attendee? The groom, you want to show yourself out like it's your day. You want to be the star, right? The best man, you want to also, that's my guy. So I got to have that stuff on too. If he's wearing that suit, wearing it, I want to have that on too, but I'm not trying to outdo him, right? It's not my day. I'm not trying to outdo him, but I want to have that on too. And if you're the guest, you say, listen, whenever I step out the house, I'm stepping out the house in, as one of them ones, but I'm not trying to really draw attention. I just want to be fresh. This is a great guest fragrance. And it's a great best man fragrance. It's with Fragrance du Bois, it's not too powerful. It's not going to take over room. It's not going to take over space, but in a suit or casual or linen, this is a great modern man scent. 30s and up. The modern man. This is what this is for. I love this fragrance. Glad I added it to my collection this year because I had samples and I just didn't add it, and then I eventually pulled the trigger. Well, maybe last year. I forgot. It was like earlier this year or like last year I added that to the collection. Moving on is a house everybody know. I ain't going to take too long on this. This fragrance does exactly what it said it's supposed to do. It does exactly what it said it's supposed to do. And this is coming from the house of Louis Vuitton, and that's Pacific Chill. Pacific Chill. This is a California green smoothie. I believe it gives that vibe. It's apricot, it's mint, citruses, some musk. It to me, this smells just like a green smoothie. If you ever had, like, I know if you go to places like Costco or BJ's, they have the guy who sell the smoothie stuff. It's already like pre-mixed. Only thing you have to do is put like a cup of that in there, a cup in your blender, a cup of water. It tells you how much water to blend in there, and some ice, and then blend it up. And it's like green smoothie. It has some spinach, some kale, a whole bunch of different green things, but it's like a ice smoothie. That's what I get with this. Pacific Chill, arguably, maybe next to City of Stars. City of Stars pull me numbers. Lots of numbers. Like, it pulls numbers. When I say it pulls numbers, I'm talking about the amount of compliments. Numbers. Like, and when I say compliments, I'm not really talking about your wife, your girlfriend, your children. I'm not even talking about your coworkers who know you are the fragrance person. So they look forward to see what you're going to wear today. Yeah, and then we ain't counting those. I'm not counting those. I'm talking strangers, people who don't know you. Now, some of y'all will debate me in the comments, or I've seen people in the comments type this, and I just disagree with you. And it speaks more to you than me. But they be like, most people won't compliment you. You know, they won't compliment you if they don't know you. Yes, if you're just outside in public going throughout your day shopping and stuff, yeah. But that's why you got to actually be outside. And going to work and doing stuff outside isn't being outside. I mean, you go to events or spaces where people congregate and they converse. Again, this isn't for you introverts. Even if you're an introvert extrovert, because I'm a kind of introvert extrovert. I kind of like being left alone. But if you put me in a crowd of people, I can move the crowd. I can talk to anybody from any walk of life and talk about anything, right? I'm not talking about, you introverts who shy and go out and you don't really know how to talk to people and start up a conversation. I'm talking about people who can go to a bar by themselves, solo dolo, sit there and be in the entire time you're at the bar having drinks or eating your wings. You can find new friends or new associates that you can converse with the whole time, get your tab and leave. Yeah, if you don't have that skill, then yeah, you can't relate to people complimenting you all the time. Yes, you can't relate that. You go from your car to the parking garage, maybe you go to the mall. Yeah, those people aren't stopping you and complimenting you all the time. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they're not. But you also don't have to go places where people congregate and converse. If you go to those places, they pull numbers. Pacific Chill. Nothing else I need to say about that. Compliment rating, compliment factor, I give it about a 7.5. It do numbers, but it's not a 10. Everything in life can't be a 10, or a 10 isn't special. 7.5. It's kind of where I put the compliment rating. Overall, great fragrance. One of my favorite from Louis Vuitton because it has a uniqueness to it. Let me see what else I'm talking about. Let me just go ahead and get this one out the way. All right. Had to grab that by the cap. Was hoping that wasn't going to fall. We ain't going to prolong that because my last rant was a little bit longer. The next fragrance we're going to talk about is from the house of Nishane, and that's Wulong Cha. It can be Wulong Cha X. It doesn't matter. What is this? This is like a better version of like Elizabeth Arden's green tea to me. It's like a more depth version. When y'all start talking about Banana Republic 78 vintage green, and I talked about how that was a close, like a more affordable thing, it's like a more affordable version of this. I believe Mandarin orange is in here. You get green tea, I believe, is in here. Yeah, man, it performs like a champ. Very little sprays go a long way. This is normally a 6-spray fragrance for me. About 6 sprays I do about this. 8 maybe if I'm outside and I'm really trying to move the crowd. If I'm really, really, really trying to move the crowd, I might go 10. But I've never been anywhere where I needed to wear 10 personally. I don't need that kind of attention, kind of. I'd rather draw people into me than for people to smell me across the room and don't feel a need to come talk to me because they smell me. I'd rather them slightly smell me, be intrigued, need to come talk to me and say, excuse me, what are you wearing? That smells good. Is that so-and-so, so-and-so? Conversation starters. No, it's not, but it's this, and this, and this. Oh, yeah, that smells so good. Nishane, there's a hotel that smells like this. It's like one of them hotel sprays kind of thing. I can't think. I went to a condo, like one of them high rise with the doorman, and I remember I walked in there to visit somebody, and the whole lobby was smelling like it. And I thought the doorman was like a jackass and had put like 25 sprays on. And in my mind, I was like, bro, you doing too much. But then I came in another day and there was a different door person and I still smelt it. And I said, oh, that's like a hotel door kind of lobby room kind of spray thing. Yep. Nishane Wulong Cha does numbers. Great summer fragrance. And if you wear this in the wintertime, wear some of these in the wintertime. Great. On a compliment rating, compliment factor, I give this a 9 out of 10. It does numbers. It pulls numbers. It is what it is. Performance, I give it a 10 out of 10. This thing lasts on me. It works. Occasions, because it's loud, I really wouldn't do this at a wedding. It's like loud. You could own the space, but I think casually, summer, daytime, brunch, things like that, you can get off. You can get this off. And that's Nishane Wulong Cha. Next up is a fragrance which was something I picked up this year. I think the release might have been this year. I don't remember. I don't know if the release was this year or last year. I believe it was this year. This fragrance, I don't really know what the internet's been saying on this. I haven't really looked, but I'm kind of like, the performance is kind of low on this fragrance, but not really low. And I'll get into it. It's low, but it's not low. It's kind of sneaky. It's a sneaky fragrance. Overall, I like it. I remember on the internet, people want to compare everything to Imagination. I don't see the comparisons to that, but this is Argos Neptune's Trident. This is the only Argos I own, but this is great, really good tea fragrance. It has tea, citrus. It almost gives me that like Italian cologne kind of smell in the beginning, but then it goes into this tea, but then it starts wearing extremely musky, clean, musky, airy linen sheets kind of thing. And it's just it can, because it's so transparent, that's the word I'm looking for. Transparent wear. You can get lost in it. And I also believe that people may be going nose blind to this. I have a belief that it might be nose blind to this fragrance because there's been times after 10 hours that maybe I was doing something to heat and the waft hit me and it came right back. This is one, I wear this to the gym. I've worn it to work. I've tested it. High heat, this is good for, but I almost want to see what this will do in colder weather, because sometimes fragrances that's so fresh and transparent like this, high heat isn't really the best thing for it because it disappears. Sometimes I find cooler weather. So I'm going to wear this in transitional period. I'm going to wear this in the autumn when it's cold, and I want to see what this does. But that tea, and anytime you see tea in fragrances, is like therapeutic. It's calming, which means people who smell you, you're tapping into their scent memory, and it can be very inviting, very pleasant. And that's what you want if compliments, if you're at a space where people are conversing and socializing and getting together and getting close and passing through people, you kind of want fragrances that are inviting. There's other fragrances you can wear, and maybe that might be a list for another day. That's kind of like, it's kind of like you like it or you don't like it. It's kind of like one of them, like Blue Sapphire is kind of one of those fragrances. It's like it makes you want to stop and have a conversation. Like, what is that? What are you doing? I ain't saying I like it, but I ain't saying I don't like it. It's just kind of like, whoa, bro, what are you doing? But this one is I'm enjoying the wear. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it like a 7, a 6.5, 7 release from the house. I'm not blown away, but I like it. I have utility for it. It's great in the gym, but I still want to give this some winter wear to see how I feel about it. But, I like it. I'm just not blown away by it. But overall, good fragrance. Performance, again, I've had times past 10 hours, I still smelt it. Compliment rating, compliment factor. I haven't gotten any compliments with this fragrance, and I've worn it for some time. I got a nice dent. But also, when I'm going somewhere that calls for socializing, I choose other fragrances to wear, to be honest. I choose go-getters, go-getter fragrances, which are fragrances I know gonna go get her. That's Neptune's Trident. That's that fragrance. Go-getter fragrances. Fragrances that make you go get her. Anyway, next up. Next up is from a house, from a legend. This fragrance is another 2025 fragrance I picked up this year. I have I'm missing maybe like two. Two I want to pick up. This is the collector in me, just because I've been liking their fresh fragrances. I want to pick up the other two I've been eyeing, but I'm waiting for it to hit a discounter. As soon as it does, I'm snatching it. I can't think of the name of the two fragrances from the house, but I know they are two fresh from the house. Everything else, I have everything else. And once I get these two fragrances, I will probably do a fresh overview of the house. But this is from the house of Mizensir, and this is Vert Empire. This one, compliment rating is a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Bro, I'm telling you. Bro, I think I talked about this fragrance before. I think it's the second time I talked about this fragrance. Green, fresh, woods. I think Ambroxan, he's using tons of, so the thing with Mizensir is Alberto is using tons of synthetics. And I think that's what's causing a lot of his fragrances to last long. So these are almost like really good designer fragrances, which some would say Parfums de Marly, Mancera kind of fit into this tier of like fragrances. I would kind of put Mizensir there, but just a little over it because the quality smells just a little bit better. A little bit, not by much, but it's like in that Mancera, Parfums de Marly, steadily kind of tier of fragrance houses, but like a little bit more. So it's like he took his inspirations from his from a designer-esque, mass appealing thing, added a ton of synthetics. And when I say synthetics, I'm talking like Ambroxan, Hedion, Cologne, Javanol, just like a whole bunch of these like molecules all over the place, but made fragrances that work. Now, retail for some of these, I think retail might be overpriced, but I think I got a link in the description where I got it tagged for a price, and I believe you can find it. I think it's under $100 and something. It might be $100 even, actually. But this is one I just think people should grab up. I mean, well, no, you should sample it and figure it out for yourself. But this is easy wear, an easy wear. Great, just amazing. If you like green fragrances, if you like fresh green fragrances, Vert Empire is just a great fragrance. I've enjoyed the wearing experience. Performance, I've got 8+ hours on this. 8+ hours. Compliment rating, easily like 8.59. It's very pleasant, very calming, very enjoyable, mass appealing, designer quality, designer-esque feel with like really good quality is how I would describe it. So it's like a step above designer. Just amazing. Retail, probably not, but discounters, they show up. Vert Empire. Moving on. Next fragrance. And after this, we only have 3 more fragrances. When I'm looking on time, Okay, time is good. We might have time to shoot the junk. We can ask some questions, but let me just go ahead and get through this. Next fragrance up is one I think I'm responsible for any hype, even though I don't think it's hype. This just works. It's simple, but it just works. Simple works. I'm gonna say it again. Simple works. Performance, great. 7-8 hours. Compliment rating for me is a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 compliment rating. I get the compliment. This pulls numbers. It pulls numbers. This is gonna pull a number from your girl, your wife, your coworker, strangers. Like it pulls in the high heat, especially it pulls numbers. This is from Moncler, and this is La Cordy. And this is 6.7 ounce. And I have the link also tagged for this. This is, I said before, lemon iced tea. And it's so simple. It's not complex. It stays linear for the most part. But when I say this is probably one of my most pleasant citrus fragrances I own easily. You cannot like this. If you like this, I just think you don't like life. What was it? Like, I think you're not, remember the girl on MTV? What's the MTV cartoon? She had red hair and glasses. She was like, almost like, what's them people who golf? Like, you some kind of golf kid or something. If you don't like this, like, you think everything is dark and gloomy. Like, when people talk to you, you be like, bro, our team just won a Super Bowl. They be like, yay, Super Bowl, football, nice. Be like, bro, you cool? All right, what do you like? You want some pizza? Pizza, cool. Tomatoes, okay. All right, I got to get away from you. Everything you got going on is negative. Those kind of people might not like this. Anybody with a pulse, now, some people, retail, I wouldn't pay retail for it, but again, shameless plug, I found it in the YouTube tag thing, so you can go to that link, tag, get it. Yes, it's commission. I'm going to keep repeating this. But I have not. I'm outside. I can't speak for every fragrance reviewer. I can't. I don't know what they do in real life. Some, you be like, you ain't really out there. Like some of your 15-year-olds doing review. I'm not listening enough, and you got to say, you ain't old enough. Your balls ain't dropped. I don't want to hear about your complimenting on 16-year-old girls. I don't care. That's not my thing. It's not what I'm going after. I can't. You do nothing for me. Respectfully. Get your hustle on, though. But I haven't found a soul who doesn't like this. I'm looking. I'm trying to find it. Almost every time I wear this, it does numbers. Go to a cookout, social event, rooftop, brunch, day party, hot outside, gym. I haven't found a soul who doesn't like the smell of this. Now, is it some kind of impressive Roja, kind of like, oh my God, man, this is just so simple. I don't see what the hype is all about. The hype is, it's just good and it just works. But it smells it smells authentic. It smells natural. It doesn't have that like bubble gum designer-esque feel to it, because Moncler is a designer fragrance. This is a designer fragrance. Yeah, man. And La Corday. Sorry. I mean, again, is it all that? No, I mean, yeah, I can go get Isola Blue. I think Isola Blue, which I probably could have put here, but I would have kind of wanted to put Isola Vert when I get it. But yeah, that might be better overall from a wearing experience, because this doesn't change much. But when you don't want to think about what you're wearing, when you want to put an intelligent reach fragrance, which means I'm making a smart decision to wear something that's just going to work, universal appealing, regardless of the age range. This is it. La Corday. Or La Cordy. Good. Next up is another 10 out of 10 complimented fragrance. It is a legendary fragrance in Fragcom. It's everybody talks about it. I don't need to prolong it. I'm gonna make it brief, make it clean, make it clear. You already know what it is. Imagination from Louis Vuitton. Do we really need to talk about this fragrance? Performance on this, occasions, casual. I like this casually. This is probably, quickly doing a quick thought, this might be one of my, well, Seraphine Blue is up there too. Like my favorite gem scents. My favorite gem scents are like this, Seraphine Blue, Millesime Imperial. What else do I wear to the gym that people would be shocked about? Off the top of the head, that's kind of thoughts of like my gym, but like I just kind of grab them and go. Most of this dent, well, I ain't gonna say most of it. A good portion of this dent is just me going to the gym wearing it. I think it's good. I think the other ones are better. I think pound for pound, like going out, I think Meteor does numbers. Stupid numbers. But that's like so designer mass appealing. I expect it to do numbers. City of Stars does numbers for me. Does numbers. That powdery effect does numbers. Imagination does numbers. It's something about it in the air and that tea that's so calming. Women in the air, men and women enjoy this. I've smelt somebody wearing this. And I was like, God dang, I need to wear this tomorrow. Like, it's that kind of fragrance, bro. When you know it, if you own it, when you know it, you smell it, and you be like, yo, I got to wear it tomorrow. Because if it's hitting like this, bro, I got to put that on. It's, what more can you say? Compliment rating, compliment factor, 10 out of 10. Performance leaves a great sillage. It doesn't feel like it's dominating a room, but it will push and give you pushing numbers. Overall, this is like an 8 out of 10 for me. 8 out of 10. I have other Louis Vuittons I like better, but this is an 8 out of 10 for me. And that's imagination. We can move on. Another green scent, and this is the last two, and we're making really good time. Probably my shortest top 10 or 15, and that's kind of how I want to keep it. I got things to do. Yeah, this one is extremely green, extremely minty. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it. It is one of the kings of summer to me. And I'm glad I have it in my collection. It just works. It's from the house of Xerjoff Torino 21. Torino 21. This is 100 ml. Torino 21, man. This was a great release to me. Now, some people, the mint is too much for them, but I like green fragrances, though. I think Renaissance probably could have been in here. But Torino, yeah, man, 10 plus hours on me. You know how I know? Because I wanted to work. And you talking about driving to work in the DC Metro, to and from is like an hour each way. Like it's still pushing. If performance is what you need, it's gonna push, it's gonna pump. This is an attention grabbing fragrance. This is one where people have asked me, in addition to tea, the sweet citrus note and Broxton, which one are you talking about? Grapefruit ginger win-win formula. That must be the imagination. Yeah. But this Torino 21, man, this is, let me see if I can see the dent in this one. It's about, because it's a dark bottle, it's about right here. I haven't had this bottle for a year yet. I avoided this fragrance for a long time. Not because I ain't think it was good, just because I had other things I wanted to get. And then I got the Molinard, which people said is similar, and I agree it has similar nuances to it. But this one is just, I just like smelling this. If anybody has it, put fire in the chat. Torino 21, it works. It works. I don't have nothing else more to say about this. It's one to get the people going. This is one where people will say, "What are you wearing?" I haven't gotten the, damn, that smells really good. What I get is, "What are you wearing?" That's what I get a lot of. Damn, what are you wearing? Now, I can take that as, I know it's not that I stink. I know it's not that. But they don't necessarily be like, damn, that smell good. Because I got fragrances, they be like Imagination, La Cordie, they be like, bro, that smell good. But I get it, damn, what are you wearing? So to me, that means to me, the fragrance is interesting, one. And two, it draws the attention of people because it's an interesting wear. It makes people want to ask, what are you wearing? Torino 21. Yeah, for me, must have. Glad I stopped avoiding it, but that's because I just had other things I wanted to get before this. Priorities. But yeah, Torino 21, I think is one you should add. If I was putting these in any order, the order would have changed. Again, I'm just picking up fragrances I put on the table. I don't want to put it in order because it's a lot of it is all how I am feeling today. It could change tomorrow. And I don't want somebody saying, well, last week or last year, you said it was this. How is it number 10 now? And okay, and then the year before that, you said it was a number 3. Why? No, I'm just going to tell you I like these fragrances and this is what it is. Take it or leave it. It's in no particular order. That way I'm not obligated or feel like I'm, y'all are like, oh, you said this was the best. No, I like all of them. I own them. This last fragrance, this is a very interesting fragrance. It transitions to like 2 different things. And the more I've worn it, the more I've enjoyed the actual wearing experience. I enjoyed a wearing experience on this. The way it changes is the most interesting part of this fragrance to me. And this is from the House of Mind Games, and this is Vert. This changes so much in like 2 different fragrances. 2 different fragrances. The wearing experience is just absolutely stunning on this. So in the opening, I feel like I'm getting lemon verbena and grass and lemon and it like fresh and herbaceous, grassy kind of feel is what I get from this. Very I'm getting a ton, like it's herbaceous. That's the best way to describe it. Citrus herbaceousness. But at the 20-ish mark, sometimes the 16-minute mark, but I find more consistently around the 20 mark. What happens to this fragrance is it turns into like a raspberry tea fragrance to me, like raspberry tea. The red berries start really popping with this tea, woods and musk. And that makes it the most interesting of the tea fragrances to me, because most tea fragrances are black tea, which if I was going to do a black tea fragrance, I could have did tea at BG, the Bergdorf Goodman tea at BG. I could have brought that, but that's like a really dark black tea herbaceous fragrance. I could have talked because that's not green. I don't really find greenness out of that. I just find a really woody herbaceous quality to that fragrance. That's going to be a great transitional fragrance. Autumn, expect to see that on a list in autumn when I really want to get into my autumn bag. But This is probably one of the most interesting tea fragrances because of that raspberry tea nuance at about the 20-minute mark. I don't know. Most tea fragrances are green or citrus tea. I don't find many raspberry tea fragrances. And that's what this becomes. And that makes it extremely interesting to me. A great wear. Occasions, casual. This is a casual down fragrance. Sure, you can wear it to work, depending on where you work. You work at Foot Locker, you work at a bar, you work at the strip club, you're the doorman. You know, you can wear it to all those places. But I think just casually, this is just a great casual fragrance. Performance. I don't have performance issues with this. I'm getting 8+ hours. That's all I need. I don't care about the 10, 15. Every now there's exceptional fragrances that last longer than that. But, you know, I'm getting anywhere from about 8 to 9 hours I get on this. Great performance. Compliment rating, a compliment factor, I'll give it like a 4 out of 10 just because I haven't received a lot of compliments with this. I haven't. But overall fragrance, this is like a 7.5, 8 out of 10 for me. The fragrance wearing experience is extremely interesting to me and I enjoy it. I don't care that I haven't gotten a lot of compliments on it. Very few compliments I've gotten from this. Very few, like too small to really, nothing to stand out, very small. And I believe it's people who know I'm the fragrance person. No, like strangers, you kind of know. That's not, so I don't really count that. But the wearing experience, I enjoy it a lot. And that's very from Mind Games. I like that. That's the last fragrance. So with that, that's going to be my 15 fresh green fragrances for the summer. If you're watching this as an edit, don't forget that I'll have a link of this actual live in the description, and you can watch the whole live to get whole context because this will be chopped up. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and get to, since where we at on time? We right at an hour. This is kind of where I want to be. When I'm just, my Wednesday shows, I kind of want to be at an hour. At least when I'm just talking fragrances. Like doing any kind of top 10. Because this is what my Wednesday lives are going to be about. It's going to be about top 10s and then, or top 15s or top 20s or whatever it's going to be. And then, you know, all my other lives, that's when we're going to get into all sorts of topics. But since we got time, I think we can 176. I appreciate you being here. Now, let's go for some questions and answers. This is where we can have a conversation, because when I'm doing my 15s, I try not to, because I know I'm going to do an edit. So for all you who support me, I know y'all do. I know y'all rock with me. I go back and look at the replay and I feel bad because as I'm talking, I'm looking at the camera right now. I don't see my big TV where some of the comments are showing up on the screen, and I can't see the computer from far away like I did when everything was at my desk at my old place, and I can just look down and I can see the computer where I can see the comments. And some of y'all be asking me questions and I just be in my zone talking and I feel bad, right? So I need to explain myself. When I'm doing most of my shows, I do it in some kind of order in context. I don't like stopping my flow to answer questions per se. It ruins the flow of the show to me. It kind of ruins it as a replay kind of thing. But when we have time, I want to start, if I make my video shorter, want to start doing this where you can answer questions. We can have a go back and forth, and we can do that for a little while. So while we have that, let me see if, why is this not, hold on, give me a second. I just wanted to go on the screen because I can see the screen a lot better than I can see. Let me see. Okay. I can see the screen better than I can see the computer. Let me see if I can get it to go up and then get the chat to connect. And then now's the time. If you got questions about anything fragrance related, it don't even have to be about this video, to be honest. This is just our BS time. and we'll do this for about 30 minutes, and then we'll get up off of this joint. So it'll be about an hour and 30-minute live. I think that's good replay. This is why people need to subscribe to me, because this is what I want to be able to do. Why that's not showing up is beyond my realm of understanding. So let me see if I can do something different. I might have to hit YouTube on my phone and look at it on my phone, but let me see. Lion's Pride, I'm trying to watch from afar. So Mind Games Fragrances I own is nothing less than 7.5 to an 8. So you appreciate Mind Games, Lion Pride, appreciate that. Somebody said all I need, I believe that's 5150. Okay. All right. Charles' comment came up. So anybody that's commenting now, ask the questions now, because Charles' comment just came up. All right, they're coming up now. Oud Nude versus Creed Oud. You talked about the day. You talking about yesterday, like Oud Zarin? Yo, Oud Nude. What? Creed's Oud Zaran. I have fragrances like that. To me, that's a shisha fragrance. To me, that's a shisha fragrance. To me, the best shisha fragrances are from Spirit of Dubai. And I own almost all of those. So I don't need another shisha fragrance when I own those. So I would take Oud Nude. Oud Nude is one of my Oud Nude Queer Beluga. Bro, Oud Nude is like vanilla. So Queer Beluga and Oud Nude uses the same kind of vanilla that Spiritually's Double Vanille. Somebody tried to hit you in the head with a partial for Faith. Yeah, I'm just not paying high price for Faith, but I'm also lucky I have it. But I don't know if I still would pay that much for Faith. But then again, I paid a lot for Tiger, so I don't really know. But Oud Nude and Queer Beluga, they use that vanilla in Spiritually's Double Vanille, which is arguably one of the best vanillas. They kind of use that. And then they have that oud and it's slightly berry. Oud Nude is like that. I'll take Oud Nude every day of the week. What's good, UQ? Do you mess with any on wash fragrances? On wash is a hit or miss for me. Now, how can I say it? I know on wash they have creators they work with. I'm not one of those creators. And I just don't feel the need to buy everything that come out. I have Jubilation, I have Overture Man and Women, and that's kind of it. I smelt Royal Tobacco. It's cool. It wasn't bottle worthy for me. I know a lot of people love it. Cecile Jarokian did it. Everybody loves her. It wasn't bottle worthy for me in my wardrobe. That's why. Is it good? Yeah. In my wardrobe, I just not need it. I have enough tobaccos. Did I do that tobacco list? I think I did my tobacco. Did I do that? Because if I do a real tobacco list, I think it's going to be like a top 30 or 40. I don't need no more tobaccos. I think I did that last year. I think. Sometimes I get lost up. The best leather fragrance, maybe your top 2. Top 2. That's easy. 1, Pure Majesty. 1. I've said it a million times. Queer Majesty is number 1. Yeah, number 1. Number 2 is Great Britain from Roja. Now, that also kind of makes Queer Rus number 3, because Great Britain takes the DNA of Queer Rus or Queer de Rus and like does something to it in the mid. I think it might be the florals or this iris or this aldehydes. It does something different, which Great Britain is. If you like that Russian leather, Great Britain is like that. But you're gonna pay like that price, like $1,000. Let me see. I missed Justin. He said top three of Guerlain. Guerlain top 3s. Guerlain's a legendary house. I don't really. Let's go. Is it Tonka Imperial? I'm not looking at the names because I don't own it, but I've smelt it. Tonka Imperial. I think it's Tonka Imperial because that has like Tonka tobacco. And I like Tonka Imperial. I like Tonka Imperial more than I like the Dior Fève de Delicios. I like Tonka Imperial more. Spiritualise Double Vanille. If you're gonna do vanilla, you gotta have that. If you're gonna be a vanilla lover, you gotta have that. And then let's go Queer Beluga. But I like a lot of it. I like Rose Santal from them. I love Peachy or Peche Mirage. Peche Mirage is gonna make its way into my collection. It's going to make its way. The vetiver, because I have Viper Green, the new vetiver that came out, because I have Viper Green and it kind of like has that same like very grassy citrus. It uses pineapple, this uses orange, but the pineapple in that you really don't get as a pineapple. It kind of does the same thing. And I don't care that much to have that many similar DNAs of that DNA. So I won't have that in the collection. What else? Guerlain. Gourmand Conquin. But then Guerlain also has Aqua Fresca and their citrus fragrances. Like Guerlain is too heavy to really be doing it. And then can you really say Guerlain without saying Masuko? Can you really say Guerlain without saying that? But then some people say, can you say Guerlain without saying Shalimar? I'm not wearing Shalimar. Shalimar, that's one fragrance that's vintage that stays vintage for me. I'm cool on that. Personally, I tried it. I couldn't get with it. Wasn't my thing. Wasn't my cup of tea. Smelled like a broad. Broad. And when I say broad, not a woman, I'm just saying like when people say old school broads, like you just old school broad. Great Britain is the best leather ever created, better than Cuir de Rousse. Yeah, Cuir de Rousse is like that. Herbs, Treblantes is great. I think I put my nose on that, but I think it was just kind of a fleeting fragrance. So it was just kind of like, I don't know why I'm paying $400 for that. Oh, Guerlain, you want to talk about some affordables? Then you got Guerlain Home Parfum. That's mojito, citrus, woods, vetiver. That's you can get that 100 ml for like $30. The Guerlain Home Parfum. But then you have the other Guerlains like the Ideal edition. Guerlain's heavy, man. Like there's fragrance houses, Rojas, and everybody, and then there's Guerlain. It's almost like saying Chanel. It's like, what's your top 3 Chanels? It's Chanel, bro. It's certain houses you have to like put them in a different stratosphere. I can't really put them in the same. Guerlain is Guerlain. They've been around too long to be compared or breaking them down in top 3. Jason said, Bois, really? What did Bois say, Jason? Somebody need to be muted, booted? I don't know. The way you type said really with the ... dots make me think somebody talking crazy in here. Affordable Guerlains. The affordable Guerlains are absolutely amazing. What part of the season would you wear Faja from Raymond Monegal? So Faja, I haven't worn Faja in a couple years. Phasia in a couple of years. That's a funny, like sometimes I get this plastic, like, nah, he's just trying to be funny. I know who he is. Okay, cool. Phasia's fire. I need to revisit that. I might need you to ask me in my inbox. But right now, I haven't worn it in a couple of years. It's a good rose oud fragrance. It's powerful. I loved it when I had it. I revisited it maybe about 3 years ago, and there was a nuance in it that it almost smelled like Barbie doll, like the plastic on a fresh Barbie doll. When you open your kid, like you bought your kid a Barbie doll, and is this plastic kind of accord, and I think it might be the saffron that gave me like. And once I smelt that, I couldn't like unsmell it, so I put it away for a long time. I put it away for like 3-4 years. I don't think I touched it in like 3-4 years. So I'll revisit that again. But it had like this citrus, and then it had this like toffee sweet nuttiness. I like the dry down and the contrast between bright rose oud. It's a different kind of rose oud. So I appreciate it. But once I smelt that accord, Barbie doll accord, it kind of turned me off. You know what it is? I started getting into some really good rose ouds. That's what it was. I started wearing Almas and Namir and Carbon Sapphire, and then I started getting to Dar Al Tib, and I was like, and then Arabian ouds, and then I was like, yeah, and then a lot of ouds just fell off. Oud Satin Mood, I do not reach for. Matter of fact, did I unbox it? Yeah, I got it unboxed back there, but I need to sell it. It's a good oud. New York oud, Bonds New York oud. I got damn near a full bottle of that. I mean, I've worn it a couple times, but when I started wearing like real quality rose oud fragrances, and that kind of like fell off. And then I just looked at rose oud. Then I was like, The new product in the great bottle is great. Yeah, I'm not interested in any Prada, respectfully. EQ has the best analogies ever. A Barbie doll accord. Yeah, bro. You ever like crack open a brand new Barbie from Toys R Us? Oh yeah, some of y'all ain't old enough. Well, y'all should be old enough. Y'all know Toys R Us, bro. And it's just a smell. You'd be like, bro, why does it smell like plastic Barbie dolls, brand new, out of box? It annoys me. And then once I picked up on it, I can't unsmell it. And then I was like, yeah, I'm over it. So Zeke said, oud, satin mood. I'm looking for a solid rose oud to add to the collection. Okay, how much you trying to spend? I got time today. Let me see, but let me go to Darius. Tell me how much time you want to spend. Let me read Darius. Meet the woman at the post office who's stunning. Get closer. She smells divine. Set up a date. What frag are you wearing? Your next impression. Oh, okay. I like that question too. Shit. Okay, these are going. The plate like Play-Doh. Yes, like Play-Doh. That's what it kind of smelled like. It kind of pissed me off because I liked it a lot. Best way to get into stocks, I'm not giving you that advice. I would say talk to an actual stockbroker because I'm not giving you that advice. I don't do stocks. I'm not one of them. You need to talk to a stockbroker. That's the best way. I think he was like, you meet somebody at the post office, you meet what fragrance I'm gonna wear for a first date? That's basically your question. First date fragrances, easy. This is my mindset going into it. Okay, where's my first date? Let's start there. If you got anybody answering questions now, slow it down because I'm not looking, because I'm about to get in my bag real quick. So I'm not looking at the comments. Just slow down the comments, laugh at what I'm about to say or whatever, but don't ask no questions because I'm not going to see it. First date in my mind. Okay, I like this woman. What's my purpose? What's my purpose? Let's be honest. It's men. What's my purpose? Do I just want to, at my age, I don't think this way, but I don't know you as a person, so I'm going to throw different things out. Are you just trying to fuck? I mean, it's an honest question. Do you want to get to know her? You just want to leave a lasting impression? Okay, where are you going? A lot of men or people are boring in general. I find bore me. A lot of people bore me. Right? Because most people's first date idea, well, I know one idea a first date should never be, and that should never be a movie, unless you do a date series. I'll get into that too. I really don't want to go down this road because then I feel like I'm doing like red pill content. I feel like I'm trying to be a mini Kevin Samuels. I feel kind of like I'm jacking his thing. I feel weird, but I'll tell you how I view it and try to keep it from being red pill. Is that okay? Okay. So you meet somebody, you get a number, you exchange numbers. As a man, the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, I want to talk to you on the phone first. I don't go straight into a date. Because one, I want to see if you're stupid. Right? I want to have a phone conversation because if you can't really, if everything we communicate is text, I know you're socially awkward. I don't really want to be around you because I'm not socially awkward. That's number one. I'm not socially awkward. So I have that in my head. Are you socially awkward? I want to have a conversation with you because I just kind of want to figure out if you're dumb. I want to see if you can hold a conversation and if you can hold my attention because I like intelligence. I like intelligence, well-read, well-spoken, diverse in ways they can go in conversations from sports to real world events to TV to movies to like they can go all over the place. I kind of like that. It keeps me moving mentally. So you say, okay, all right, you've come into the idea that she's not boring. You just say, I can tolerate you. That's the first thing. Can I tolerate you? After I figure out if I can tolerate you, a date to me is to say, can I have fun with you in public? This is where I say most people bore me because most people think a first date is going out to eat. And I think those people are goofy. And I think they lack depth. And they will bore me. So I don't know what else I'm doing here unless I just want to fuck like within the next 2 weeks because I'm bored already, right? Unless you do a series date. And I'll go into what I call a series date. A date to me is, can I have fun with you? So I exchange numbers. That's the first part. Second part is I want to talk to you on the phone. Part of that is getting to know you, your interest, what you like, what you do, what you're into, your funds. I'm taking mental notes, what she's into. I want to see if she's adventurous. So then I'm going to say, all right, well, can I have fun? So I might, the first part might be going to bad axe throwing. I want to have some drinks and throw some axes. Or we can go-kart riding. There's two reasons why I want to do this. One, I want to see how competitive or we can go bowling. I want to see how competitive she is. I like that. I like competitive women. I like that. She's a little spicy, a little feisty. I want somebody who can look me in the eye and say, I'll beat your ass. Not physically, but I like a little competitive. Like somebody who too pretty to not be competitive is like weak to me. So I'd be like, all right, yeah, you weak. And I just kind of prejudge who you are the rest of the way. But there's a certain like mentality. So I just kind of want to have fun. I think bad axe throwing is really fun. I think go-karting is extremely fun. I think bowling can be fun. If you're really, really good or even semi-good, you can go meet me at the skating ring because I want to have fun. Whatever it is but you need to pick a place that you're good at having fun. Pick a place that you're very good in your mind, that you're very good at having fun. So now that I know I want to have fun, I want to pick fun fragrances. I don't want to pick serious fragrances. So I want a fragrance that's going to be fun. So I want a Meteor. I want a Imagination. I want a La Corday. Simple, simplistic, fun. I want to smell fun. I want to be dressed fun. I want to have the energy to have fun. I want to smell fun. I want to get into your scent memory of what I think will be fun. So if somewhere in the conversation you talk about used to pick oranges with your mother and it was a great memory and it was real fun, or with your dad and you love your dad and your dad's the best person in the world, you wear oranges or whatever, I might want to pick an orange fragrance. This is where I might want to pick on, Sanguine or Pomelo from Atelier. You see what I'm saying? I kind of want to wear a fun fragrance. So then I'm going to go to bad axe throwing, go-kart, but you got to pick something you're kind of good at or something she's good at that you can kind of learn from her. Me, the gun range is also a place I like to go have fun. If I can teach you how to shoot a gun range, especially if she shot, oh, I'm turned on, bro. I'm rock. Bro, she know how to shoot guns, bro. I'm rock. Oh, yeah, young. Oh, we going to be in because I gets down with pistol, rifle, no matter what it is, I can get with it. 100 yards, close range, it don't really matter. I'm very efficient. So if she's good, cool. If she ain't, even better. Why? Because I got to get close. I gotta get close. Gotta show you how to do your hands. I'm not trying to hump her. I'm not trying to let her feel wood. Now she backs up. Oh, okay. I see what kind of time you on. Could be a long night. But that ain't my intention. But I can get close. Why is that? If I'm trying to tell her how to hold it, I'm holding behind her. I got fragrance on my forearms, right? The inner of my arm. She's smelling that. I'm creating scent memories, fun memories. She will always say, damn, whenever I smell imagination is when my ex took me to the gun range. Yeah, another man can't, if you're one of those exes, another man can't wear that. But then if you're an asshole, don't wear imagination because it reminds her the ex took her to the gun range. So do something you're kind of semi-good at so you can kind of lead, show authoritative kind of like, I think it works for some women, not all. And that's what I would do. And if you have a lot of fun at your first date, your range, and your fun stuff, then it's having fun. So y'all haven't eaten yet, right? This is where I call a date series. I call it the 3-course meal dating series. So you want to do this first date to see if I can have fun with you early in the daytime. Why do you want to do it in midday? Midday, because it gives you no pressure. No one's trying to put I don't want to go nowhere where you feel you got to put a face full of makeup and a whole bunch of nonsense on in the daytime. I want to also see you in the daytime. So I want you kind of active. I kind of want to see what you look like. If I can have fun with you, you haven't eaten yet, or you had some drinks. So then the next step is, hey, why don't we just go somewhere and get something to eat? We had a good time. I'm telling you, you don't have to set up you can go do something like Panera, right? So you have fun at the gun range. You have fun at the bowling alley. Now you go to Panera. You're sitting there. You're conversing. You pay for it, of course. You're conversing, and now you're getting to know them even more because your phone call's been on the telephone. So now you're looking in her face and her eyes, and you're doing that way. And then you'd be like, in your mind, you're like, damn, she cool. Why you do the 3-course? Because if it sucked at the gun range, you didn't waste your whole day. Then you can go out at night or in the daytime and meet up with somebody else. Or she don't like you, didn't waste her night. She can, in getting all dressed up, she can go do something else. But if it works, you go do your lunch after your fun thing. And your lunch, because you had a fun thing, don't have to be pricey or expensive. So now you save money. Go to Panera, $20, $25 for 2 people, give or take. You're conversing. You're like, okay, she got all her teeth. No gaps. No missing back teeth, side teeth. Good conversation. You say, all right, well, you say, listen, I really enjoy your company. I enjoyed the time that we spent. It was a great moment. And to be honest, I love your presence, your aura. I would love to, spend more time with you. Would you like to go out? I got a place I have in mind. I would like to take you for dinner. Would you like to go to dinner tonight? You ask. You don't demand, but you just ask. Would you like to go to dinner tonight? Now, you should already know what kind of food she kind of likes or some of her favorite restaurants or whatever. And you say, would you like to go to dinner tonight? Casual. She don't got to be all formal, dressed up. This ain't your wife. But somewhere nice. Somewhere where the lights are dimmed down. It don't have to be a Michelin star steakhouse. Not for no first date. But it can be a nice restaurant. I'm not talking Red Lobster, but somewhere nice. It can be like one of them like family-owned Italian restaurants or something. It can just nice. But the lights are kind of dimmed. It's sexy. She can wear some jeans, some heels. You can wear a polo shirt, some dress tennis shoes or something. And then you continue the night and you pay for that meal too. It's not because you're trying to buy her love. It's because, well, I like to eat good and I'm paying you to enjoy my time. Spend time with me. And then when you wear night, then you pull the night scent out. Now, what season are we in? Right? So now I got to ask night, what season are we in? I'm intimate. I don't need to wear blue sapphire to this. I don't have to wear blue sapphire to this dinner because this is an intimate thing. I don't want everybody in the restaurant to smell me. I want her to smell me, right? But I'm not going to wear a loud fragrance. Why am I not wearing a loud fragrance? I want something very lustful, intimate. So I'm going to wear something like Queer Beluga or lustful fragrances. That'd be a great topic. Lustful fragrances. I like that topic. Somebody will steal it. But lustful fragrances. What are these? These are fragrances that, like, they're not loud. They're very intimate. But this is why. You're going to pick her up or she's going to meet you at the spot because she's going to drive. So you're going to pick her up or she's going to meet you at the spot. Either way, when y'all see each other, you're going to greet. You're going to give her a hug. You're going to put that lustful fragrance around your chest area. When you hug her, she's going to smell it. Now, after I finish hugging her and I'm walking beside her, I don't need it to be loud. I need her to remember this masculine hug, my muscles on my shoulders or my back muscles. I need her to associate all that with my smell. But after I finish hugging her, I don't need her to really smell it no more. Why? Because I want her to associate all of that feeling from the hug and she had a great time and this date and the first date and the lunch and the good conversation. Now I want her to be in her mind, say, God damn, he smell good. What is he wearing? I need to smell it again. Why don't I sit beside you? Because I want to keep sniffing you. If I'm wearing blue sapphire, she could smell me from across the room. Now I've drawn her into my presence, my aura. Now we're close. Now we're intimate. Now she's touching my shoulders. Maybe I have a hand on her thigh or my hand on her hand. I mean, now you kind of playing. Now you're doing the dance. But even if she's ready to go, you don't go the first date. You don't go. You don't go, even if she want to go. Why? Why don't you go? There's a reason you don't go. One, you show you a man of discipline. Women like men who are disciplined. Regardless if she want to go, you don't go the first date. You don't. I don't care what she want to do. You don't go. There's a way you can let her down without feeling rejected, but you don't go. Women love a man with discipline. A man who would go on the first date with anybody, inevitably she'd be like, you just do this with everybody. I'm cool on that. And to be honest, I don't know if I necessarily want a girl just want to go. Not for the long term, to a certain degree, depending on, unless I'm just having fun. And if I'm having fun, I just didn't need to do all that. Right? So that's kind of how I would choose my fragrances based on how I would choose my date. But I'm hoping that I will get a number and I would plan a whole block of Saturday for her. Now, are you dealing with women with kids who it's just a lot, sometimes you don't got kids. You don't really probably shouldn't be going after women with kids. You can move around and vice versa. You can just up and move when you want to move. You want to go on vacation, you can just go. Take PTO, go. You don't got to worry about daycare and everything. Just go. Life is easier. I'm not trying to shoot at people with kids. I'm just saying. But that's how I would structure. That's why I don't need fragrances to last 24 hours. I think that shit is goofy. I think it's extremely goofy to have fragrance last 24 hours. I think it's goofy. Because then whatever I wore at the first date, I got to smell like that in the afternoon. No, I'm going to change it up. In the daytime, she said, damn, that was La Corday was hitting. But at night, she like, God damn, that Queer Beluga, is that Spiritualise Double Vanille? That Angelique Noir? God damn, that smell. Yes, I want to wear like 2 or 3 fragrances that day. A day. Yes, I do. That's how I'm rocking. Now, back to questions. Now I can read the comments. Tyson said, I'm just saying that's me. I don't really want to do these kind of topics every day because I feel like I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. And then I have much respect for Kevin. He had his own lane. I really don't want to be in that lane. I have no desire to be in that lane, but I want to do my own thing that's similar where I can do a 2-hour show, a 3-hour show, and people will watch and stream and comment and do stuff. But I don't really want to be in that lane because I don't really, respectfully, I don't care if y'all get ass or not. I'm not investing in that. Respectfully, I love y'all though, but y'all got to figure it out. But I don't mind putting game because everybody didn't have OGs, a daddy, that cool uncle. So if I can be that, cool. That's what's up. Thoughts on let me read. Have you smelled the Bulgari? What's your opinion? Starting to enjoy rose fragrances. I enjoyed it. I have not smelled that fragrance, Art. I believe Art Suave Angelo is how you say your name. I have not smelled that. Finding a woman without kids, don't want kids. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Yeah, sometimes, but see, I would rather this be a Friday show. Where we at on time? Because y'all about to have me. I ain't trying to spend 20. Y'all want to pick this up on for a Friday? Listen, Friday is Friday fuckeries. I'm with the nonsense on Friday. That's my uncensored. I'm with all the nonsense on Fridays. These days, I kind of want to talk fragrances and do stuff. Fridays, we can get to it. Let's some of these questions, I'll be back Friday, 8:30. Some of these, like, we gonna get to it. We can get to it on Friday. I'm cutting up on Friday. Let's not do that now. Let's say that for Friday. That's uncensored because I'll go into, we're gonna say that. Yeah, we'll bring it back, man. We'll bring it back for Fridays. But let's not have too many women conversations and men conversations. Well, you know what? If it's Friday, if y'all want to get into it, we can get into it. But we ain't gonna be doing this every day. I'm telling you, out of respect, and plus, I just don't want to be that guy because I'm not perfect either. I don't want to go viral for these topics. I just don't. I have no desire to do that. But I do like having fun. I do like having a good show. How many people? We got 174 people in here. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Please hit the like button. Friday, we gonna get into it. If you like these kind of conversations, Friday is my wilding out. That's when we gonna get to it. Inevitably, I'm hoping I can have at least one or two co-hosts. One at least being a woman who gonna say some the fuck shit. I'm with the fuck shit. But that's Friday. That's Friday. The Friday's fun. If you come in Friday and you want to hear about fragrances, the beginning, we'll talk a little bit fragrances, scent of the days, fragrances we may be looking forward to buying, fragrances that's coming soon. We can talk about that in the beginning and the end of the show, but everything in between is going to be fuck shit. You might want to tune in or not. I don't know. But let's say that for Friday. Let's get back to fragrances real quick. As long as we got 173 people, I'm gonna tell you this: we gonna rock out tonight. Well, I got things to do tomorrow, early tomorrow morning. But let me see what time is it. Let me see what we can. It's 10:13. I'll give y'all till 10:30 max. But as long as I see the numbers at 165, 170, if it get down to 140, I'm out of here. So if y'all hit the like button, somebody, my admins, tell me how many likes we got. Tell me how many likes we got. No, I'm telling you, Stogie, I'm not going viral. I really don't. I will delete the live, bro. I don't really want to go viral. Not for this. I'd rather people just catch on, rock with me, and we can talk, and maybe I can bring people on. I just don't want to have because I do fragrances, if I go into the realm, I can't, it's almost like Kevin will be my daddy. Pause. Because I'll be like Bronny Jr. I'll never get under his shadow because that was his route. So then people will just assume, and I will always be compared to him. And I just don't want to fill those shoes. One, I respect the brother. Two, I'm sure he was getting all the money and the stuff through the viral views and the watch time and things. And I love that for him. But I don't know if I really want to be that. But I also don't want to be dependent on talking about top 10s every day, dropping a top 10 video. I don't want to do that. That's kind of why I have these lives. I don't want to do that. You said 175, 175 what? Likes? Okay, cool. We get it. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be. I will, if I even think I'm getting close to being that, I'm backing out. But then again, Fridays is Friday fuckeries, bro. It's uncensored. So I don't know what I'm gonna say and what we're gonna talk about. But again, show love to the brother, respect. I don't want to be him. I'll say it a million times. I just don't want to be him, but I'm with the nonsense on what maybe start incorporating lifestyle videos, Jim. That's just too much work. Do you know it? Like, I don't know, Beard, I don't know how long you've been like following my content, but for people who've been around for a while, they know that in the summertime, I used to disappear. I would drop a couple of lives and you might not see me for 6 months. This me doing shows 3 times a week is very new. I think y'all are trying to get adjusted to it. And I kind of like it because I got a schedule that suits it. So it kind of works. But this is new for my page. I would drop when I felt like dropping. But now I'm just trying to give y'all 3 shows a week. An opinion show on Monday. So it like my yesterday show should have been my Monday show, but something was going on, which my yesterday show was our compliments. That's serious. But that goes with fragrances. And I will talk about things. That's my Monday show. That's how I want to structure that. My Wednesday shows will be top 10s, top 15s, top 20s, whatever it's going to be. Wedding scents, radiant citrus scents, whatever it's going to be. Those are my Wednesday shows. Friday is nonsense. I was going to do 5 days a week where Tuesdays and Thursdays will be nonsense. I got a life. I can't do that. I got a life. I still kind of want to go outside. How I'm going to talk about these fragrances? I'm never outside or I'm never doing anything. I got to have a life. So, and then I got the weekend. I really don't want to do nothing. Plus it's football. Saturday, college football. Sunday, football. Thursday, I was thinking about doing Thursday, NFL. Football is king for me. So I don't want to kind of like get into those days. Let me see. Yeah, I was shocked when the live started being consistent. Yeah, I think, things working out for me, with schedule, just me being able to do content where I just want y'all to be able to say, listen, I don't know what I got going on, but at 8:30 to 10:30, I know that EQ is going to be on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I want to own the time slot, like Johnny Carson or Today's Show. If I can go 5 days a week, I probably would do 5 days a week. I think Kevin was doing 5 days a week, but that's a lot of content. That's a lot. I want to be able to have good content, not be repetitive, give you fragrances, give you opinions. I like opinions. And I like that kind of content. I think I'm good at it. 166 people here to hear me talk by myself with no guest. I think it's huge. I think a lot of people, their comments, when I finished doing these top 15s, their comments would have went down the drain. Some of these are going to be trolls, probably, which is fine. They want to catch me saying something crazy. I'm not dumb. But, the dating advice is kind of how I would carry it. But we can continue dating. We can talk about that. We can talk about that another day. Let's see. Ask me real quick. Let's talk about fragrances. I know somebody talked about Crawford or Canelo. I'm probably going to go Crawford just because I'm going to go with Crawford. But we'll see. But let's ask me a couple of fragrance things, and then we gonna get up out of here. Anything. This is also why people should subscribe to me, because if you're not, you'll never be able to ask me questions. And it is what it is. So I know yesterday I kept saying if I had Blue de Chanel, if I had the new Lex Exclusive, like L'Exclusif, like I kept saying if I had, and they was like, you got it. Yeah, because I'm probably going back to the store. I'm telling you, I might spray it one more time, but I'm $275 for that. I don't see that happening, bro. That can go back to the store. I'm just, as a blind buy, I'm not impressed. I'll take that back to the store. Even if I got it, I hope I don't get store credit because Macy's ain't selling nothing I need. But I don't know, I'll buy some tennis shoes or something with that, or a suit or a t-shirt, some polos or something. Nah, I'm cool. I don't need, I'm a collector. 220 is where I want to be. 300? Nah, bro. I'll be damned. It ain't that good. If they made it better, put it in the Chanel exclusive bottles, but made the bottle black, that would be hot. But the fragrance, the perfume inside will have to match that standard, because that exclusive line has a standard. It would have to fit in that standard. And I don't think this Bleu de Chanel fits that standard yet. But I think that'd be dope if they put it in the 350 bottles, the Sycamores and the Chanel Boys, and you put it in that one, and Jersey, and then I think that'd be fire. But make the bottle black and put it, or dark blue, that'd be fire, bro. I'm buying that now. That, especially if the perfume matches it. Yeah, but $275 for this, I'm not doing it. I'm taking that back to the store this weekend. Yeah, I'm cool on that. I'm just unimpressed. I can do something else with that. I think there's better fragrances out there. Yeah, I feel the same. Yeah, some people, currently, what's your favorite fragrance of all time? Faith. Boudicca Faith. You can't find it. Second is Blue Sapphire from Boudicca. 2 Boudiccias. Faith, Blue Sapphire. That's where I'm at. Dior Privé or Chanel Les Exclusif? Dior Privé La Collection or Chanel Les Exclusif? Let's see. Chanel is so that'd be Dimanche, but then you got MFK running Dior now. Who's doing Chanel? Is it Francois? I don't remember. I don't know who's the house perfumer doing that now. Wow. So you got Ombre Nuit, you got Tabac Color, you got Vanilla Diorama, you got Fève Deliciose, you got Patchouli Imperial. Chanel got oh God. I don't know, bro. I don't that's a great question. That's a great question. I want to say Chanel for the classiness. Chanel is classy. 1954 Boy in Jersey don't get mentioned enough on lists for me. In the summer, in spring. They don't be on enough lists for me. 1954 for the musk. And in the Chanel Les Exclusif line, the way they use musk in those fragrances, all those fragrances have a certain musk, even Les Lions. I think from the artistry, I think Chanel wins for me. From the artistry, Chanel wins for me. Yeah. From an artistry standpoint. From a just I want to smell good standpoint and I want to get compliments, I'm going Dior. Fève, Diorama, Tabac Color, it's Dior Riviera. That if I had that would have been a green scent. I love that fragrance. I just don't own it. It's like fig and rose. That shit's fire. So I think from a perfume standpoint, for the perfume nerds, geeks, and elitists, I think Chanel. For the I'm going outside, I want compliments, I want to smell good, but I still want to be elite, I think that's Dior. That's my answer. Next question. Well, I keep saying 1954. Yeah, it might be 1957. I thought it was 1954. I could be wrong. But that's a bottle I'm going to add at least by 2026. Olivier Porsche took over from his dad job. Okay. Diorama and Tabac Color was my birthday gifts to myself. Let me see. I love to own more Chanel fragrance, but sadly, not many have done anything for me. Bro, Dakota, don't be sad. Here's the thing. If 100 people like it and you don't like it, it's okay. Nothing's wrong with you. You might like it 5 years from now. You might like it 15 years from now, or you might not never like it. So what? It might not be for you where you are. You might be a coal miner, so you're not wearing these fragrances in there. You might live in a place where you only have one pub, but people wear jeans and it's a pool hall in your community. And that's where everybody go. And you ain't wearing that there either. So other than that, it's just you being in your house smelling good fragrances, and it's like, I want something I'm gonna actually wear, not just sit in the house and smell. So, yeah, man, it's okay not to like something. It's okay. 1957. Okay, I kept saying 54. Appreciate the check. I appreciate it without y'all being dickheads. Because some people be like, I keep saying it wrong. Okay, people make mistakes, bro. It's live. People make mistakes. Anything else y'all want to add? And we're going to go ahead and get up. Let me see. Where are we at? Damn, we made it to 2 hours. I tell you, y'all good, man. Y'all good. 163. Let's a couple more good fragrance questions, and we up out of here. If you have them, because I ain't answered somebody. I probably didn't answer your question. What's your favorite Mind Games fragrance? Well, my connect been trying to get me to smell the new ones, the 2 new ones that recently came out. I haven't done that yet. I need to, because he got them. I think right now, Mentor right now might be my favorite. Mentor. I would go with Mentor. Respect from the DMV. Appreciate you, brother. Be safe out there. To be fair, I'm a homebody kind of person. Henceforth, why I get more artisan. That makes sense to me. And I hope you're not buying a whole bunch of 100 mLs. You probably like 50s and 30s. Am I right? You probably like 50s and 30s. Let me see. What's your 3 most worn this summer? Ooh. City of Stars. La Corday. And I feel like Vibrato. City of Stars, La Corday, and Vibrato. I think those are my top 3. I won. 30 mLs of your bread and butter. That's it, bro. That's all you need. And there's nothing wrong with being a homebody. Everybody don't want to be around a whole bunch of different people. Some of my other military vets, because of things people have been through, don't like being around large crowds. They ain't really with that. And I get it, man. Some of this is just the smell, mental health. Like, we all got our reasons, bro. Don't ever apologize for why you like what you like. I just think we should never shit on people. So if you like artisan things, I don't think you should be shitting on designer guy who wants to pay $300 for Chanel. Just be like, it's not my cup of tea, and I'm cool with that. That's kind of where I'm at with it. What's the best fragrance du Bois rose fragrance? I don't know. I ain't gonna say I don't care that much about the brand, but I haven't really dove into the brand because I haven't cared. Louis Vuitton MFK. Only can keep one. Which one you got? What do you mean? One particular fragrance? Let me answer the other one. What's the best Zara Raw fragrance to own? Oh, I mean, depends. What to own? I mean, what are you looking for? Kind of. I don't know. It's not a weird question, but it's kind of weird because, like, I don't know you or what you're into. I would say Signature X is stunning, but Seraphine Red might work for you better based on who you are. I think when given recommendations, especially if you was in my inbox, I would ask a list of questions to gauge, because like picking out somebody's outfit, you need to cater that recommendation to who that person is. So like Dakota, because I know you now. You're a new subscriber. Anyway, be here. I don't remember seeing a lot of you, but I appreciate you being here. 50 plus hours a week, man. Hey, Dakota, make sure you have some time to yourself. Overworking, I'm gonna tell you now, working that much, them companies don't care about you. You can die tomorrow and they'll find somebody else to fill your slot. Make sure you make time for yourself though. And you know what I mean? Love yourself, make time for yourself. Just do that for me, for your own mental health. So Dakota, I'm learning a little bit about Dakota now that I'm being able to look at the comments. And I feel like he's a newer viewer, but I just don't remember you being a lot of here. But he likes artisan perfumery. So I would tell him to try some Desir fragrances. That's a Japanese house. They use like Japanese oud. I would say try Desir. I have Hano no Moto. It's like a rose oud. But this is why I don't really talk about oud fragrances and think I know every single oud, because that's Japanese oud, and Japanese oud is not like Indian oud, and it's not like Cambodian oud. It's an airy, oud. It almost smells, it's just airy. Semi-floral oud. It's just different. I would say try some Desir fragrances, like really artisan. I would say try I can't think of the perfumer. I got the bottle over there. I would tell them try fragrances like that. Of course, Russian Atom, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I mean, but he's probably already hip to that. So that's kind of where I would go. Top 3 fragrances for Cigar Lounge. This is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last fragrance. I mean, the last recommend. What's your favorite perfumer? I'll answer favorite perfumer in Cigar Lounge. Cigar Lounge would be easy. Boozy fragrance or tobacco fragrance. I'm not going to tell you right offhand top 3 because I will have to look at my collection on what I own. But I want to say Unique A Luxuries, Coute or Cutie, I believe is how you actually say it, would be one of them. And I'm not going to name the others, but it would be a tobacco fragrance. Just because I think it works that way. It'll probably be one of Algabra's. And I don't know. Oh, and I know one of them would be Philosophia, because that smells like an Ashton VSG. Philosophia is amazing. Tobacco. Straight up tobacco. Oh, but Hermes Tobacco Reserve. Is that Tobacco Reserve? The name of it? I got it. That's a good one too. That's straight up tobacco. I prefer that there. Actually, I like that a lot because it's almost green. It got tonka in it. Has this herbaceous greenness. I like that tobacco too. So, and my favorite perfumer, I would say based on everything I have and what fragrance, my favorite perfumer would probably have to be Christian Provenzano, because 2 of my favorite fragrances are from him. And I have yet to explore any of his own line. I have yet to explore that. Of his own line. I have yet to explore that. So, yeah, I would say Christian Provenzano. I think what he does, the fragrances, is absolutely magical. I hate that he left Bois, but I think it was time because he kept, I don't know. I don't like how he kind of just kept reproducing fragrances, even fragrances within the line or close, like Alcout. Somebody corrected me in the comments. I didn't read it till yesterday when I re-looked at the video. It's Alcout. I kept saying Alcout. It's Alcout. In Supreme, and like he did all that. Why did you do 3 fragrances that are pretty much the same fragrances in the same house? I don't know. Something about that bothers me with him, but I don't know. I would love to interview him, but a respectful interview, but a tough interview too. Because I need to know about like going to other houses and making similar fragrances respectfully. I need to know that. Maybe I'm off base. I need to know that. But anyway, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. 2 hours, man. I was done.
Decipher.
I was done at like an hour, and y'all had me talking for another hour. Y'all crazy, man. But listen, I appreciate the love, respect, and we're going to get to it. Remember, if you like shenanigans, if you like shenanigans, Friday is Shenanigan Fridays. I plan on doing all the shenanigans on Fridays. If you came just for fragrances, Fridays isn't what you should be watching. We're going to have fun, right? So, other than that, y'all know what time it is? I'm going to leave you the way I greeted you, and that's in the universal language of peace. God bless. Good night. Let's go.
It's the new cipher.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
EQ.